Right, Omar Metala. Yeah, talking about Oya Orisha. My thing is, I always trying to talk first regarding what is Oya Orisha instead of who is Oya Orisha. Yeah. So what is Oya Orisha? Oya Orisha is the spirit deity that resides in human body. Always remember, like I always kind of make emphasis on the fact that these beings, this spirit, these deities resides in our body. Everything always comes from the spirit aspect of things before they start manifesting on the physical plane. So so it's always important to talk about what is instead of who is. Because when you start talking about who is now we just focusing on the material, physical manifestation. So we talk about the spiritual aspect before we start talking about this physical aspect. So yeah, so the metaphysical aspect of Oya is the energy that actually resides in human body, which connects the human body to the cosmos. Because we mini universe, right? So our body is a physical universe as well. It's a mini universe, you know. So Oya, according to the Yoruba doctrine, according to the Yoruba life science, Oya is the deity, the spirit deity of the hair, of death and rebirth, or you like, if you like, death and regeneration. Like things must die, then from that death now spring up a new life. So Oya is that energy that can never be destroyed. It represents the essence of life force in our body, the one that keeps on moving, the air that will breathe in. That's the Oya energy. Yeah, so the air that will breathe in is the Oya energy. She on a who. Now when you start talking about who is Oya energy, now we start talking about the way she's being portrayed or being represented as a female deity or goddess, if you like. So she's the deity of the hair, of the life energy, the breath of life, the life energy inside all of us. After all, without the breath of life, we ain't gonna be able to do what we do on a daily basis. Without the breath of life, I won't be able to sit down here and talk to you regarding these things I'm talking about. So Oya energy is the breath of life. You know, she is responsible. She's responsible for that, which is the greatest. That things that powered our body, and things that empower our body at the same time. Oya energy caters to this area. On a whole level, she's represented again as the deity of death and rebirth, of regeneration, to spring up a new life. You know, to spring up a new life. So she's found in the according to what some Yoruba teachers or the life of scientists talk about, the Oya energy is being found in the cemetery, and the reason why they put that is because of the death, the death aspect that's associated with human life form. So like the fact that people have to die, so they say Oya energy is present in this area, you know. So and I kind of relate to that in that sense. But she's still being depicted as the deity that's responsible for the hurricanes, that the storms, and work constructively, cooperatively with the Shango energy as well. Remember when the thunderstorms and the rain, the thunderstorm, the hurricanes, the storms has to do with the Oya energy as well. But the key aspect is the fact that she's responsible for us being alive, the fact that we're breathing. So and that's powerful. She epitomized the one of the kind of epitomized the feminine energy as well. She's been our energy has been depicted as a warrior energy, the one that clears the pathway, just like Ogun energy does. You know, all these Orisha energies always work together. It's got to be, you know. So they have this kind of a collective responsibility, like the Umoja aspect, or when you're talking about the Ubuntu aspect at hand, because we are, you know. So that relates to just about everything. So Oya energy, she's so when you see hurricanes, when you feel hurricanes, tornadoes, storms, things that has to do with that, things we consider as being violent, storms and all these things, the changing, Oya brings change. That's Oya energy. So when you see tornadoes, storms, hurricanes, that's the presence of Oya energy. That all those things always bring change that can appear violent to us, and after that, that's again the spring up of new life. Ever wonder when the smell that you get from rain, you know, like when back in the days when I was growing up in Nigeria, every time it rains, and after the rain, so everything just smell different. You know, you smell that kind of had the kind of flavor, you know, it's being added to the soil through the hurricanes, and it brings on, you start seeing different stuff, different life forms start growing from the result of what just happened through the rain, the thunderstorms, the rain, which has to do with Shango energy as well. And growing up, we always have stories of Oya being the wife, one of the wives of Shango as well. Now we're talking about physical manifestation now, but the key part is to focus on the spiritual energy before manifesting into the physical form. So people talk about, if you're visiting cemetery, that you can find all your energy. If you heard people talk about color being brown, so maybe that's what it has to do with the soil as well. Like you're talking about the humus in the soil, so that's kind of a brown soil. That's the presence of Oya energy. But a number, what stories for me is a number is number 9, you know. That's just the key, you know. So when you're talking about life and death, birth and regeneration, death and regeneration, you know, spring up a new life, you're talking about number 9 now. Now it takes, like I said earlier, it takes 9 months for a woman to bring a child, to bring a soul into physical manifestation. The women carry babies, their babies for 9 months. They were under natural circumstances, you know. I don't want to talk about norm, because just because something is normal doesn't mean it's natural. So under natural circumstances, it takes 9 months for a woman to help manifest a baby into the physical plane. So like in one of the earlier videos, the co-creators, the co-workers, like the teamwork, because we shall always work the teamwork, you know, in the human body. And the co-creators, like Shango, his number is number 6. If you flip number 9 upside down, you get 6, and if you flip number 6 up, you get 9. See, does that make sense? So Oya is number 9 and Shango is number 6. They're very famous in Yoruba folklores, which we call Alo. We used to hear stories, but back in my childhood days, people telling us stories about Oya, Shango, so many stories. Oh, real storytellers. true storytelling back in the days. It's just unbelievable, which actually sets foundation for somebody like me to talk about this now after so many years, you know. So yeah, so Oya number is number 9, and Shango's number is number 6. You know, so Shango does deals with sexual energy, you know. Oya does with sexual energy, deals with sexual energy as well, but on a higher level, you know, on a higher level. Remember that I said Shango has the wisdom, but where does he get the wisdom from? Can we say he picks the wisdom from? He sources the wisdom from Oya, the super duper Oya energy, you know, so which resides in all of us. So both male and female has Oya energy, you know, just that we both male and female has all the internal orishas. The most important is to reference the internal orishas within, instead of looking outside and worshiping the orishas. Because when you start worshiping the orishas out there now, everything else crop into it that kind of maybe that some of them are very, very undesirable. Like you've been told to go and kill animals to worship on orisha, all those things are not necessary. If you stay with the source and you don't stray away, you don't stray away too much, then you will be able to understand that all these orishas are all present in the human body. They form the basis, you know, and the characters of the human body on an emotional, physical, spiritual, on an emotional level, physical level, spiritual level, you know. So yeah, so that's Oya energy, you know. I mean, if you Oya energy brings change, brings joy as well. Like if you reverse Oya, the name Oya, you get Ayo. Ayo in Yoruba is what? Joy. Everybody loves joy, right? You know, so Oya actually brings joy. You know, that's why things get reborn. You become born again. You know, so you become born again. You start doing something new. You finish number 9, and what do? You start all over again. Like after number 9, you go back to 0, right? So you start all over again. Then from 0, then you start 1, 2, 3 until you get to number 9, and you go back to 0, 1, 2, 3. So Oya epitomize that number. You know, so it's incredible. You know, so Oya, she's on a whole level. You know, she epitomizes everything. You know, epitomize everything. That's why the females are very important in our society. You know, the women must know themselves. They must know how important they are in the society, in any society, and behave like responsible women as well. You know. That's what women is being kind of elevated to the supreme status. It's always been from ancient of days, because all these things actually add up and make common sense. So you see, like it's always, when you stay with the basic, then we wouldn't have challenge appreciating those facts, because those are all facts. So so the Oya adherent, you just keep the Oya energy up, but always remember all this energy reside in this magnificent human body being loaned to us by the universe. You know, we need to recognize and appreciate that, you know, and start looking after our body, start feeding our body with the right food, you know, the right crops, the right plants, the right vegetation, you know, the right vegetation. So things of green nature, you know, of green and different color spectra as well. Things that actually feed our energy, feed our chakra on a lower level, on a higher level as well. So yeah, Oya energy brings joy to us, because she divines, dictates and help us to know what we're going to do next after we face the challenge, whether that challenge is whether it's a bad, so-called bad experience or good experience. Experience is just an experience, right? A challenge is just a challenge, you know. So but it's always something that will come out from that challenge, and that's the beauty of Oya energy. Something has to come after something, you know. Death and rebirth, degeneration, you know, regeneration, or generation and regeneration. If something is degenerate, then it starts regenerating again. That regenerate aspect, Oya is responsible for that, you know, to keep things moving. And she works with other deities, like I said earlier, like Ogun, you know. Ogun is that energy that inside the human body that keep things moving. But the air, the oxygen that we breathe in, is the one that actually the hair works with the so with the heme, the hematite, the heme works with the globulin to give us the hemoglobin that actually feeds our blood, that powers our blood and keep us alive. So you see how they work together. That's how everything works together, you know. So as they always say, it takes a village to raise a child. You know, it takes a village to raise a child. That saying, that ancient wisdom is recognized and implemented all over the world on a spiritual level, more so on a physical level as well. So Oya works with other orishas. The stories behind the kind of envy or jealousy between deities like Osun and Oya is just another stuff, but that can actually give human mind some things to look forward to based on physical interrelationship, the kind of relationship we have with each other. But on a deeper level, on a higher frequency, this is much more deeper, you know. All these deities, those ones that's been portrayed as females and those ones that's been portrayed as male, to satisfy our ego based on what we really wanted to hear or see. What I'm talking about is about appreciating these internal orishas that we all have, all of them inside all of us, you know. And everything that's been portrayed, everything that's been said about Oya, or being said about Osun, Shango, or Batala, or Orunmila, Ishu, Osun, Orisha Oko, all these orishas, they are all characters of what we do, or we have potential to do. We have potential to do. We're very, very potent in this area, you know. The kind of wisdom that's been portrayed by these deities or in us as well. Because they just are characters, you know. So we need to recognize these internal orishas and feed them the right things and accept this and as part of the ancestral energy, you know, instead of just looking out, worshiping outside energy that can now be infiltrated or being polluted, yeah, and come with some undesirable result. If you focus and you go inside self, you return to source, you return to nature, then you'll be able to have an experience, to know what needs to be done based on what you need to sacrifice, and the sacrifice has to come to feed your energy. That doesn't have to have anything to do with killing, like taking another life, you know, on a high level, and you reaching for going back to the source, going back to the ancestral energy which resides inside you, which resides in you. Then you'll be able to know that you do all those things. Yeah, there's some kind of age-old tradition that we can let go. You know, we can reach all these internal orishas by letting go of those age-old practices. You know, it's when we start moving, it's because we're moving too far, we strain. We're so far removed from nature. That's why we still feel like we have to connect to something. Yeah, so the what actually happens later is the how everything just become degenerating over time to the present day now, which a lot of us are hanging on to, saying to people that that's the ancient practice. But things has been polluted over time, you know. Things are in the more organic sense, things has been it's been really messed up. So yeah, but it's about time that we start appreciating and recognizing and reconnecting to the internal orishas, where our ancestors that works with the ancestral energy, you know. So Oya energy is a powerful energy, you know, that has to do with regeneration, you know, the springing up of a new life, you know, springing up a new life. But she resides in all of us, both male and female, children and elders, you know. So it connects us to the cosmos, the cosmic energy as well, you know. So yeah, that just quick trying to keep this video short, but for whatever reason I keep on going overboard, but it's all good. So your people start vibrating on a higher level, you know. This Omagba Metala Ashe.